Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We got another movie review for you today. This one is for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Captain, my captain.
I'll be back.
I'm the king of the world!
Iron Man.
Sonic the Hedgehog came out earlier this year. This is one that I actually got to see in theaters before everything shut down, and I'm just going to come out and say it. I did not like this movie.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package.
But let's dive on in to break it all down. After discovering a small, blue and fast hedgehog, a small-town police officer must help him defeat an evil genius who wants to do experiments on him. Let's start off with some of the good in this movie. For one, Sonic looks great, and that really would not have happened if it wasn't for the angry people on the internet screaming to fix Sonic the Hedgehog, because the original version of what he looked like, absolutely terrifying. I'm so happy that they went back in and recreated the vision of Sonic that everyone has in their minds. I mean, did the creators of this film not play a Sonic the Hedgehog game growing up? Because this looked nothing like the original version. So I'm glad that they took everyone's comments to heart and they went in and fixed Sonic the Hedgehog, because he turned out looking pretty good in this movie. Also, I thought the portrayal of Sonic was pretty good in the movie. I thought they did a pretty good job with him. I also thought Ben Schwartz, who voiced Sonic, did a really good job of voicing this character.
You have to help me.
No, I don't.
Please, it's life or death.
Sonic wasn't the issue that I had with this film. I thought Sonic, for the most part, was great and really paid homage to the old classic video games of Sonic. So that wasn't the part that really bugged me about this film. He was one of the bright spots in it, that's for sure. And the back and forth with Sonic and the sheriff, James Marsden, I thought that was pretty good too. I thought their banter played well together, and I thought there was some funny moments between those two. And now as we get into what I didn't like about this film, I really don't want to overanalyze that much because it is made for kids. But man, it felt like Jim Carrey, who played Dr. Robotnik in this, was the only one who really cared to be there. It seemed like everyone else was just collecting a paycheck. He was the only one that looked like he was really even having any fun, and he had a lot of fun with his character, Dr. Robotnik. He went all out for this and gave a good Jim Carrey, what you'd expect from him, performance.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte.
I love the way you make them!
Now, if you remember, just last year, Detective Pikachu was released into theaters, and I would put this film and Detective Pikachu in the same category. But for me, Detective Pikachu was so much better. I thought Detective Pikachu had a lot more heart, a lot more character development than Sonic the Hedgehog did. I thought the characters in Sonic the Hedgehog were just there to fill a role. That was it. There was really nothing to them and nothing to be flushed out about them, but I thought Detective Pikachu had a way better story arc, way better characters, and just did the film a lot more justice than Sonic the Hedgehog did. And that's kind of a bummer because this is yet another video game adaptation that just kind of falls flat on its face. Sure, this movie, Sonic the Hedgehog, got decent reviews, I think 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's just not doing it for me. I would not agree with most critics on this one because I just was not a fan of this movie, and that's really a bummer because I always want video game movies to succeed, but usually they don't. Now, financially, this movie did pretty good, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing some sequels for Sonic the Hedgehog, so definitely be looking out for that. I'm hoping that the sequels, though, are much better than this original. I hope that they definitely flush out these characters better in the next one. I hope they bring new characters in that are fun to watch because this one, to me, was just kind of, I was just kind of waiting for it to be over. It just kind of kept dragging on, and I hope that's not the case for the sequels because I'm sure we will be getting them after Sonic the Hedgehog's box office return. This movie really had a ton of potential, but honestly, it just didn't hit home with me. I know a lot of you will disagree, some of you might agree, but I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog a 4.5 out of 10. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, then good for you. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this film and why you liked it. I would be curious to know. Also, if you liked this review, then consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and of course, dinging that bell to stay up to date when I post my next video. We'll be sure to see you in the next one.
See you around.
All right, check you later.
Bye.